Hello, it's Amy. I hope you're all having a lovely day. This week, what have I been up to? I filmed a couple of YouTube videos. One of them actually took the space of 2 days because it was a 24-hour challenge, which we filmed earlier in the week, which was really fun to film. Yeah, and I'm with Aaron this week as well. Here he is. Hello. And what else have we done this week? We went to the gym for the first time, but we did that in the 24-hour challenge, which will be up on HelloItsAmie soon. And today we're going to be going to the gym for the second time, and we're going to be going out for dinner together as a couple on a date. And also in this vlog, I'm going to be explaining to you guys what happened and why I didn't vlog properly over the last couple of weeks. I did post a vlog last week, but it wasn't a recent one with me in it, and there was a reason for that, which I will explain. In the week before I couldn't post for a reason which I will explain later on in this vlog. We are going to the gym now, so I'm not going to explain it right now, but when I get back from the gym and I'm just chilling for a little bit before we go out for dinner, or maybe after dinner, I will explain that to all of you guys in case you're wondering. And I feel like I should explain it to you guys anyway, because I did tell you guys I would upload every Friday and I missed one, which I feel really bad about, so I feel like I should explain. But for now, we're going to be going to the gym for the second time. I will try and film a little bit while I'm in the gym. However, what I'm doing in the gym and stuff, I wouldn't copy it yourself because it may not be 100% accurate, because it is only my second time going. Obviously over time I'll get more used to it and I could upload proper workout routine videos and things like that in the future, but for now I am just learning. I don't really know completely what I'm doing. I'm just getting used to the gym and all of the apparatus and all those kind of things. I will film a bit of it just so you guys know what I'm up to, but I wouldn't advise to copy it because I'm not 100% sure if what I'm doing is right and for you guys to copy. So yeah, but I am going to learn everything that I can and do some more advanced videos in the future once I've learned. So yeah. You excited to go to the gym?
Yeah, let's go. Beautiful. I found it cute how you said apparatus. That's what I was laughing at. Is that not what it's called?
Equipment? Yeah, probably equipment. Oh well, equipment. This is what I'm wearing to the gym. I have this, oh I can't even speak, this vest from Bombshell Sportswear, which I like to wear over a sports bra just because it makes me feel more comfortable and more covered. And then I have these pink leggings, which I love so much. They're so nice. I want to try and get the grey ones as well. This is all from Bombshell Sportswear, by the way. But we've come to get Aaron. Oh, they're not there. Where's the vending machine?
One down there.
Oh, we've come to get Aaron an energy drink because he's not feeling great today. I think it's because we're tired. We don't sleep very much. But yeah, gym's been going well. I realised I cannot run. I can do all the other workouts, but my arms are too weak and I can't run. So I'm working on that. How's it for you, Aaron?
I don't know. I just feel sick.
It's annoying because my legs are like really strong, but my arms just aren't, so I can't do any of the workouts.
My chest is just killing me.
No, that's a shame. Leaving the gym now, we're just going into our locker. Is it quite loud here? So we've just been to the gym. It's now 1:30 and we're walking
to our local cafe.
Yeah, that was a loud car, so that's why I stopped. I didn't want them to interrupt my speaking, but we're walking down to the cafe nearby and we're going to meet my mum there to get some lunch because it's 1:30 now, so it's coming up to lunchtime.
Oh, there's an Arvester there.
Yeah, I know, I've been there before.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, well, a harvester isn't really my thing, but it's good for a harvester. And yeah, it was a really good workout, so.
Careful.
Thanks. I don't know why I just said thanks. I always do that. I always say thanks and sorry for like no reason. But yeah, so we're going to get something to eat now for lunch. My food is now here. I've got a mini cheeseburger and hash browns, and I've got a milkshake. It's the nicest milkshake ever. And Lucasade. So I'm currently in my dressing gown because I'm freezing cold. It's meant to be quite warm, it looks quite sunny, but I'm freezing. I get cold quite easily. And my hair's a bit of a mess now and everything, but I'm about to have a bath. And then I think we're gonna get, oh, I can't even speak. I think we're gonna get takeaway now instead of
Nando's.
Yeah, takeaway Nando's instead of going out to eat because we're quite tired. So I think that's what we're gonna be doing. So I'm gonna get into my pajamas and everything after my shower, and then we're gonna have a takeaway, and I'm gonna take all my makeup off and everything off. I can't speak. Off and everything and just chill. So as I said, I'm quite tired, that's why I'm speaking a bit funny. And I think once I've had my I feel like I'm gonna do a story time now, a quick little story time about what happened to me and why I couldn't vlog. I'm gonna do that now while my bath's running, and then I'll get in the bath and then just have a chilled evening with Bubby.
Bubby.
Yeah.
Go on then.
So
run your bath and then tell your story.
Yeah, okay. Let's do it. Hey everyone, so my bath is now running. I want to put lip balm on. Let me put lip balm on. I'm actually currently in my new chair that is a part of my desk, which is very new. I haven't mentioned it in a vlog yet. I actually recorded the whole thing, but it was at the time when this thing that I'm about to explain was going on, so I didn't include it in an actual vlog itself. So I might include it in next week's vlog. If you guys would like to see that in next week's vlog, then comment it down below. It's like the whole setup of my desk and that kind of process. I'll include that in next week's vlog because I feel like this week this story might make the vlog a bit long and I don't want things to be too long. So let me know if you'd like to see that in next week's vlog. And if you're not aware, I upload every Friday at 5 PM, so please be ready for that. Now let's explain the story. So I'm in my dressing gown because I'm cold, so ignore that. I'm still actually in my gym clothes at the moment because I'm going to change them once I have a shower and get into my nightie maybe my nightie or pyjamas, I don't know. Anyway, let's start with the story. Going on a bit there. So a couple of weeks ago, I'm not even sure exactly when it was now, but it was quite early on in the week, and basically it was quite sunny in England. As a few of you guys may be aware, if you're from England, it was quite sunny, it was quite warm at the time. I'm not sure if this is directly linked to what happened. I'm actually pretty sure it wasn't because I was told it wasn't, but I'm just going to say it for context. And I basically sunbathed for around an hour or so in my garden. And after I sunbathed, I felt completely fine. And I'm not really the type of person to burn. I normally go brown rather than red when I go in the sun. And I did mostly go brown. I went red maybe in the odd places, but not really. I was mainly brown. And everything was completely fine. But eventually, as it got later on in the day, after I'd sunbathed, probably maybe around 4 hours later, I don't know, when I was inside, I started to get really cold, and I don't think it was cold, I think it was hot at the time because everyone else was like, oh, it's so hot, but then there was me under a blanket like, ooh, I'm freezing. But that is what I'm like anyway, so I didn't think much of it because I am quite easily cold and I'm always freezing, always wearing a jacket, so I didn't think much of it. And the next day I woke up and my face was bright red and it was quite swollen. So I assumed this was just quite bad sunburn because I'd been in the sun the day before, but I did think it was quite weird and it wasn't really like me to burn like this, but I just assumed it was bad sunburn. And just to be on the safe side, my mum did ring up the doctors and explain what happened, but the doctor said that I didn't need to come in and just to speak to the pharmacist. So my mum spoke to the pharmacist and the pharmacist just basically said to keep cool things on my face, like a cool flannel, things like that, to take some Piriton because I have hay fever, and Piriton is what I take for my hay fever, and they thought it could be linked to my hay fever, so they said to take Piriton. So I did all of those things, and it started to get better that day. The swelling went down a little bit. However, I went to sleep and woke up the next day, and oh my goodness, I did not look great. I actually have a picture of what my face looked like, so I will show it here. This was actually me sitting in the doctor's waiting room, and that was what my face looked like. That's probably the worst picture of me you'll ever find, so enjoy it, but I woke up and I looked like that. I think I looked a little worse when I first woke up, and my mum and dad were really worried, and they were like, what is wrong? What has happened? Aaron was here as well. He was really worried about me, and it was quite scary. I've never really had anything like that happen to my face before. I didn't really know what to do. My eye was like nearly closing, and it had gotten to the point where this side of my face was completely fine, whereas this side was like really swollen, and it was huge. It was massive, and it was really red on this side, but it wasn't so much on this side. It was really weird. It seemed like only half of my face had swelled, and my whole face was in the sun, so this did kind of make me think that it wasn't to do with the sun, but I'm not really sure. And as a result of this, my mum called the doctors again, and they said to come in as the Puriton and the cold flannels hadn't really helped. So I went into a doctor. Me and my mum were sitting talking to the doctor, and the doctor basically said that I need to go to hospital because they need to check my breathing, and they were worried that it was something to do with my vision and that it would mess up my vision, I think, because there was a massive swelling around my eye, but there was also swelling on my forehead, so they were very confused because they thought it was something to do with my eye. So that day again, I went to the hospital. It wasn't my local hospital, it was a different hospital. I had to be sent there because they had a certain clinic or something at this hospital. So I went to this hospital and I had loads of eye tests, which I'd actually had before for a different reason, something that they saw at the opticians, but I was completely clear for all of them. My eyes were completely healthy, but I had to do them again just because of the swelling and what had happened. And they made me do this thing where they like twisted my eyelids. You know that one kid in school who always used to twist their eyelids upside down, and it was like the creepiest thing? Well, they literally did that to my eyelids, and it was the worst thing. I hated it so much. I am not good with things like that. It was horrible, but anyway, they had to do that as part of the tests. I was panicking. It was quite embarrassing, but that's just me. And nobody in the place really looked like me. Nobody had a big swelling, but that kind of worried me a bit. Anyway, I was told by the people at this eye clinic, I can't remember what it was called, but it was basically an eye clinic where they do tests, like they scan your eye, and what other tests did they do? They do vision tests. They do loads of different tests on your eyes, basically. And then they told me to go to A&E because it was not linked to my eyes at all. My eyes were completely healthy and completely fine, so it was obviously something else. So I got sent to A&E, and I went to A&E. Me and my mum were waiting for quite a bit in the waiting room. Aaron and my dad were actually both at home at this point. They were doing something to do with the fences, so Aaron didn't come because he was helping my dad with the fences, and my dad didn't come because he was doing the fences, and my brother was at school. So anyway, we were waiting in A&E, and then we got called to come and be seen, and we basically explained to this lady in A&E the whole situation. And then a man came over, another doctor, and all the doctors told me the same thing. They said, go like this, and like I couldn't let them like burst my cheeks. And then I had to close my eyes as tight as I could and like not let them open them, which was actually quite painful on this eye because this eye was really swollen at the time. And I had to do that for like so many different doctors because they kept asking me to do the same thing. And you could tell by the way these doctors were talking to me, they had not communicated with the eye doctors. They were saying to me, is your eye okay? You need to be tested at the eye clinic. And I had a whole letter from the eye clinic that we'd handed in at reception saying that I was fine. But anyway, eventually we'd explained this and they figured it out. And then in A&E they told me that I had to have a blood test, and I'm not good with anything like a blood test or anything like that. It makes me get super nervous, like to do with needles, injections, those sort of things. Like in school I have never really had a good experience with the injections and the jabs that you had to have. They always really hurt me. I tried bringing in numbing cream once so I could numb the whole thing, and they wouldn't let me use it. So I was literally crying before the whole thing. It was horrible. I never had any of the side effects or anything that people had. That I used to feel really bad for people in my school who had them. I never really had anything like that. My arm was just so sore, and at the exact moment that they did it, it hurt me so much. So I really didn't like it. So then I had to have these blood tests. I have had blood tests before, but this time I was told that they were putting a little tube inside of my arm so that they could put medicine in. What's it called? A Here's a picture of it. I took a picture of it to show Aaron what was going on. So this is a picture of what it was. I know the name of it, it just had a mind blank, but that's what it was. A canola? I don't know. Anyway, I had that, but they had explained it to me way differently, and I didn't know what this was, so I was not aware. So the way they explained it, they basically said they were going to be putting a tube inside of my vein. So I thought they were going to be like putting something inside of me, if that makes sense. So I was like freaking out because I'm not used to this sort of thing. So I was like really nervous and really scared, and I was like crying and everything, as per usual. And all I was having was a blood test and this thing put in my arm. So there was this lovely man in there, lovely doctor, and he sprayed my arm with like numbing stuff. So I actually got numbing stuff, and it took about 10 seconds, and I had 2 like quite big amounts of blood taken from me. I think that's how blood tests are done anyway, I don't know. And I'd had the other thing to put medicine into me already put in, so I was completely fine. And it was nothing, it literally didn't hurt at all. It was great. So it was way better than I expected, and yeah, I basically worried myself over nothing. But I get really anxious for like no reason. Literally just socializing with people and stuff makes me anxious, so that was quite out there for me, quite scary. So anyway, I had that done, and then I was waiting in a waiting room for literally ages, and every person in this waiting room had one of those things in, one of those things that I told you about. Everyone was wearing one, and I was thinking, why is everyone wearing one of these? It's really weird. Am I in like, but I wasn't, I was just in normal A&E. I thought I was in like a place for like ill people, but I wasn't, I was just in A&E, and everyone had one in. And I was told that they were like might have to put some medicine in through it, like some antibiotic or something like that to help my swelling of my face. And then I went in to see another doctor, and he just asked me loads of questions, all the same questions that I'd already answered so many times, but obviously he hadn't been told all of the answers to them. This doctor again was really nice, and he just basically gave me 2 options. He said, bearing in mind this is 6 hours later, by the way, I'd been at the hospital for 6 hours. I think around 6 hours, maybe a little bit less, but it was around 6 hours, like the whole day. He said, you can either take some tablets, which I will prescribe to you, some, I think they were steroids, for the space of 5 days, so a 5-day course of these steroid tablets, or you can do nothing. You can basically just put a flannel on your face and just do what you were doing, and the swelling should go down, because it was basically some kind of allergic reaction, just where my immune system had like over something to something, and basically they said it could happen again, but they're not really sure. So it was kind of like an allergic reaction, but they don't really know to what, but it wasn't to do with the sun apparently. I don't even understand what they told me, but it was something like that. And basically I thought, I keep saying basically, don't know, that's really annoying, but I thought that I haven't been waiting 6 hours and wasted the whole day to do nothing. So I took the tablets that I was prescribed. They were these here. I literally kept the empty box to show in this vlog. They're prednisolone tablets. You have to take 6 tablets all at once for 5 days, and I took them after my dinner every day for 5 days. It was fun. It made me like need the toilet all the time because I had to drink a lot of water because I'm not great at taking tablets. Anyway, so I took these tablets and by this time, by the way, the day I was actually in the hospital was the day that week's vlog was due. Because I don't tend to film my vlogs at the start of the week. I tend to get kind of work stuff and all that kind of stuff done. And then I do my more fun stuff at the end of the week, which is when I film my vlog. Which I was aiming on doing the day after the day I laid in the sun, but then my face was kind of a mess. So I thought I could wait it out, but by the time it was Friday and time to upload the vlog, I was in hospital. So this was the Friday that I didn't upload a vlog, so 2 weeks ago. I was in hospital, and at this point I thought something was really wrong with me because they had given me all these blood tests, and by the way my blood test came back completely fine, and I was really nervous at this point, so I didn't have a vlog or anything, so I just said like I'll explain really soon, which is what I'm doing right now. And then I took the tablets on a 5-day course, which they helped, but they didn't really help till I was done taking them, if that makes sense. Like, my face was still swollen for the next 5 days, really badly. And then it got to the end of the tablets and the swelling was basically gone, but then I got these big kind of burn things on my face, which did make me think it was related to the sun. But I'm not sure if this was completely different because the people at the hospital told me it wasn't, so what? I don't know. But I had these big burns on my face. I had one here, I had one here, and I had one here. And they looked pretty hideous. They looked quite scary. I never took a picture of these actually because I wasn't really, I don't know, I just thought they're not worth taking a picture of, but they were quite bad burns. They were really sore as well. It's like when you have a blister on your foot and you like peel the skin off and there's like that sore part underneath. That was basically what I had. I need to check my bath. But anyway, okay, I'll just sort of finish the story quick so I can check my bath. Anyway, where was I at? Oh yeah, the burns. And this was 2 days before I had to upload a vlog. And I had nothing planned because of my face. I didn't know what to do about the vlog. But then I remembered there was a main channel video that I actually filmed for Aaron's birthday called Surprising My Boyfriend. However, there was a big audio issue because the fridge in the background was like humming the whole time and it was really annoying, so I couldn't upload that on the main channel, and I thought, why not put it into a montage for Daily Amie for this week? So I edited that, because of course I can still edit. I did feel a bit rough and I had burns on my face, but I could still edit, so I edited that, and that is what went up the week before that. And then eventually, after putting a ton of Savlon on the burns, after putting a ton of flannels on them, they went, and my face is kind of back to normal now. So that's what happened to me over the last 2 weeks. It was really scary at first, but it wasn't really anything that bad in the end. It was just annoying because for YouTube, obviously, I need to show my face all the time, and when my face looked like that, I couldn't show it, so it was really annoying. But I'm back now, and there's going to be vlogs every Friday at 5 PM. So that's what happened. Thanks for listening to my story. I've never told a story like that before. But thanks for listening to my story. So now I'm going to go get in the bath, and then we're going to have some takeaway. Nando's. I think we're going to have to go and pick it up though, because they don't actually deliver in my area, which is really annoying. We checked Uber Eats, Deliveroo, they don't. But yeah, so I'm going to go have my bath now. See you guys soon. Yeah. Food is now here. Ignore the fridge, it's so annoying, it makes that sound all the time. But our food is now here. I got some creamy, did I get creamy mash? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I did, I got creamy mash. I got spicy rice. And I also got 2 chicken wraps. And I got a chocolate cake, which I need to put in the fridge. Aaron got some fries and chips.
Give me the food.
So, we're going to tuck into our meals now. Yay! Food is now all out of the boxes. They didn't actually give me 2 wraps. They gave me 1 big one. And here's Aaron's food. Yum.
You're good.
Can you be cold-hearted when you got that